Mozilla Festival, how are we doing? Has this been an amazing day so far, or what? Pretty good? Yeah, all right. So, how many of you were here for the debate earlier? Pretty good? Pretty good? Yeah, good number here. Now, what's amazing is some of the things we never thought were up for debate are now up for debate, including things like creativity itself, right? I think about some fundamentals like who owns their creativity? Like, think about this. There's an entire generation that has grown up listening to Taylor's version of their music, right? They might not be intellectual property lawyers. You might not even be a Taylor Swift fan. But all of a sudden, people are thinking, does that artist own their work? Do they get to control who exploits it? What happens with that work once it's out of their grasp? These are the kinds of things that an entire generation now has to think about. And AI is only accelerating those concerns. Right? What about authorship? What about the future of the creator economy? To answer questions this hard, we have to get some of the smartest minds around to answer them, and they have to be artists that live at the cutting edge of creativity. The good news is we have the perfect people to actually lead that debate. In a minute, you're going to hear from Malik Afegbua and Sougwen Chung, who are just brilliant artists that have thought deeply about this and are going to be able to articulate exactly where we're headed. Even better, right after that, you're going to see Malik's vision actually in motion with a fashion show right here on this stage. You do not want to miss that. And to get us started with that debate, you're going to hear an incredible moderation from the perfect person from Mozilla, which is Mozilla's VP of Strategic Communications, Dio Lamolo, to kick off that conversation. Dio, get us started.
Hello! Oh, good, this thing's on. Very loud. Wonderful to see you. Good evening, and thanks for being here. As was mentioned, I'm Dio. I look after strategic communications for the foundation. That means our social handles at Mozilla, small plug. Our new magazine, Nothing Personal, check it out. And of course, this incredible experience that we're enjoying and will carry on enjoying the rest of this weekend. We do a lot of storytelling. And we tell these stories because stories affect how you feel, and how you feel affects what you believe, and what you believe is what makes this movement powerful. And so, with me today, we've got two incredible storytellers and artists, practitioners who can help invite us to unlearn and rethink creativity itself. What it means to be a creator in an environment, as Anil mentioned, where technology and AI are disrupting, but also providing opportunity. We'll understand the relationship between expression, ownership, and value, and we'll do it with real-life practitioner perspectives. This is not a debate to win, but an exploration to stretch how we think about creativity itself. So, on my far left is Malik Afegbua, my Niger brother, an award-winning Nigerian filmmaker, contemporary artist, designer, and creative technologist who's recognized for pioneering work at the intersection of storytelling, culture, and tech. He's the founder and CEO of Slick City Media and the executive director of Generate, where he leads projects that merge African futurism, artificial intelligence, and immersive media to reclaim and reimagine African narratives. His viral project, get excited, guys, the Elder series, many of you will have seen it, used AI to reimagine seniors in vibrant fashion shows, sparking a global dialogue about inclusivity. This earned him a Game Changer Award in 2023 and was recognized by the World Health Organization for its impact on perceptions of aging. Immediately to my left, we have Sougwen Chung, who is a Chinese-Canadian artist and researcher, widely considered a pioneer in human-machine collaboration, exploring the mark made by hand and the mark made by machine as an approach to understanding the dynamics of humans and systems. Sougwen's work, Memory, is part of the permanent collection of the Victoria and Albert Museum in London and is the first AI model to be collected by a major institution. Okay? Recently, Chung was recognized as a cultural leader at the World Economic Forum, one of 4 recipients of a Time 100 Impact Award, and named one of Time 100's most influential people in AI. So please give them a round of applause and a welcome to this conversation. So my first question for you, and love and appreciate your work, is really just for us to understand how you see the world, what you're looking at. If you would mind introducing yourself beyond the incredible bios I've just read, just by explaining how you see the world and what's inspiring you recently.
Thank you for that, and thank you for that introduction as well. I'm a storyteller across different mediums of expression, that is film, art, music, fashion, and of recent artificial intelligence, and I'm excited on how you could create something out of nothing. You know, with technology, just your imagination. We will see what I'm talking about today, like the Elder series, after the talk. So I don't want to talk about that too much. I want you to experience it. You know, that was created out of nothing, so that's my excitement, really. I'll leave it as that.
We're in for a treat.
Yep.
And Sougwen, what are you looking at recently? How do you think about things? I know you might want to share a little bit so people can contextualize your work.
Yeah, I would love that. I'm so excited to see your work later, by the way. And I'm really honored to be here. I think this is a ethical technology and approaches to technology that are more humanizing has been really at the they've been front of mind for my practice for a very long time. So my name is Sougwen Chung. I'm an artist and researcher exploring what becomes of the human hand through different types of technological interventions. I've been working on a landmark project called Drawing Operations, drawing with Doug for about a decade now. We just opened our solo show in Germany, our retrospective, just a month ago. And I think in this practice of drawing with Drawing Operations Unit Generation 1 to 6, I've been thinking about ways that technology catalyzes creativity in my own drawing and mark making, my creative expression, and building systems around not just telling that story, but inventing different paths for drawing and robotics simultaneously. This has led to a lot of insights about how we can work with technology in a kind of inventive way, how art can actually shape the technology that shapes us, how we can use these simulations to imagine different, more hybrid forms of these spaces. And I think one thing that really drives the work is performance and just all being together to think through these things, which is what we're doing here today. Yeah. So I've been lucky to be able to perform some of this work in different spaces around the world to create microcosms for asking these questions together. And I'll just leave it at that.
Amazing. I first encountered Sougwen's work in London, I think 7 or 8 years ago, and it really is remarkable. I hope you'll get the, from the images that are being shown, a sense of how the work is created in tandem with a machine. Now, I am an IP lawyer by training, actually, and so I want to get into this question of authorship and ownership. Obviously, you both present yourselves, and indeed are, collaborators with technology, and the works that you create are signed by you. Given we don't necessarily have a really good framework for thinking about hybrid ownership or authorships more specifically, I'm curious your perspective on what happens when you have got multiple credited stakeholders in the creation of a work of art. How do we negotiate that, and how have you thought about that in your own practices?
Okay, for me, for instance, I've been practicing in the film industry for about 18 years. You know, beyond film, it's been art, it's been photography and all of that. And I had tools that I've worked with, you know, the traditional tools like Adobe and the likes, but the final result is still my work, my experiences, you know, everything, my color composition. So when I use AI, it's just the same kind of tool that I use. So it's a pipeline and a new tool set for me. So everything that I do, I make sure my personal experiences, my input, my colors, my style is over 70 or 80%. AI just enhances that for me. So it's either I could find 100 different iterations of my work, or to find a different composition for my work. But at the end of the day, it's still my work. I don't put in a prompt, get a result, and put that out as my work now. It's an idea. It comes with an idea, first of all. And I think about what is the tool to use to create that idea? How can or a story, for instance, what's the best way to tell that story? And it could be multiple different tools. And what really matters at the end of the day is what is the output, what's the final result. So personally, I've been able to copyright my work. I've been able to license and sell my work to like major industries like Marvel Studios, Cadbury's and the likes, because of the fact that I could prove that the data sets and everything that I use is mostly, my data sets. But a lot of people think about AI as a replacement. It's an enhancement, not a replacement. So I put it to work. I don't let it dictate what I do. I just think about either I'm trying to imagine something new, or I'm trying to enhance a process or speed up a process, and that way when it's done, the final result is still will be, my composition. So that way I can sign it and it's still me, I can license it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I mean, if you can unpack a little bit about the actual processes, and I know we've talked a little bit about your data set work, that would be really helpful. Sougwen, you also, again, there's actually a name for your collaborator.
Yes.
Right? And so it's not that you have a completely different perspective, but I'm interested to hear your own perception of this idea of authorship.
Yeah, I think authorship and ownership as sort of in different lanes in my mind.
Yep.
As an artist, I'm not particularly interested in this idea of ownership in the sense of, or even of this idea of single authorship. I think our authorship has always been creatively distributed. Mm-hmm. We stand on the shoulders of giants, the artists that came before, the meaning makers of before. So I think when I was thinking about the prompt for this discussion, unlearning creativity, I think maybe unlearning the myth of that single genius, like author, is something really valuable. And in the work with the robotic systems, I've really thought about what that feedback loop, what that dynamic, what that sort of percentage of, my own physical authorship, physical expression versus my negotiation with this embodied system, what that means on the canvas. And for me, collaboration is about, and my use of that word is about interrogating that kind of dynamic. Mm-hmm. But I think it's really interesting when you open up the space of authorship to something that is distributed. You get into a lot of interesting discussions about how and why and where and all these different spaces.
I did want to, I guess, probe that a little further in discussing, I mean, you both think so deeply about your use of some of these new creative tools, or even old creative tools. Many of the folks in the audience here, myself included, might use consumer AI products every day. So my question to you is there a kind of higher bar for an artist who is exploring these enhancements, these thought partners? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but if so, why? And how have you thought about bias in the data sets that you use, even the sources of data that you engage when you do this work?
I'll start with the first question. And if you go back in history, and you think about when the cavemen used to, stack rocks together, why do we have lighters? To make it easier and faster and better. That's how technology grows.
No flint, please.
So when you think about things like that, I think every creator is looking for ways to create faster or better, or to imagine further than you could do with your human mind. Because we have a limit to how we think based on our moods, our emotions, all of that. That's limiting. But with machines, you could just put it to work. It's just something that enhances your capabilities, regardless of how you're thinking or what your mood is. There's no mood, no emotions, nothing. It's just thinking about how to use it responsibly, ethically. How can we collaborate with these tools that we still own our own, our identity and all of that. And when it comes to the biases, generally AI was trained from the global north to the global south. So that means that everything that you see from the data set is already biased against Africans. Like when you try to create an African narrative, you have to refine the data sets to get actual results. That's a problem. And I faced that problem when I was creating the Elder series. The Elder series, like the fashion runway, all of that, I was trying to create affluent African people on the fashion runway, but I was getting the reverse of that. And I was trying to think about why do I keep getting, biased images, poverty-stricken looking people and all of that. Then I went back into the research and I saw that, okay, fine, it's in the data. Then I started to train my own data sets before I started to get my own results. And that actually affected the whole neural network and all of that. But I felt like I'm tired of refining data sets. I want to create my own, LLM, because of the fact that for the first time in history, the bar has been lowered for creativity, for access. And so these tools allows anybody and everybody to create something, regardless of where you are, who you are, or what experiences you have. It makes it easier and faster. But it wasn't made with Africans in mind, I'll put it that way. I'm not blaming anybody, but this is the right time for us to own it, like create our own technology so we could actually be in control of the narrative and not, depend on some big tech owning our data and just doing anything. So I feel like it's a good and a bad thing, but it's an opportunity as well to correct it for the next generation. So, yeah.
Okay, great. So when do you have anything on this topic?
I've always thought of artistic sense as a kind of bias, right? I think it is, and I am grounded in that because I think there is no such, for me, in how I think about things, there's no such thing as an absence of bias. There's just situated viewpoints.
It's a point of view.
Exactly. So I think I'm not trying to fix a bias issue in my work, but in my work memory, which was collected as an AI model by a major institution, I think it becomes a kind of, and how that was built was I took 2 decades of my own drawing data from when I was very young to now when I'm not very young, and I love that because it's a kind of time travel. It's a way of creating an echo and a machinic kind of responder and a collaborator, and then using that as a bias of the time, as a style of the time, as a way to kind of work with data that is archival. And I think there's a retrospective aspect of looking to that that's not as fetishistic of the future, but sort of pays homage to our past selves, which I've found really powerful to think about as one way of engaging and building these systems. I think that serves a different purpose that, like Malik said, like we're building as we go. We're finding sort of lacks in one area and building towards it in imperfect ways. But I think creative practice and sort of creative visioning is a really great way of thinking about what to build because the why is always there.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I'm thinking about the deterioration, I'd say, of like imagination that Ruha mentioned this morning, where 5-year-olds, some of your 5-year-old drawings are no doubt embedded in the memory project, but as we age, as we are disciplined, that divergent thinking disappears. And if you look at the landscape of creativity today, whether it's AI slop, whether it's dupe culture in fashion, whether it's auto-tune, or whatever's going on at the box office, I think there is an obvious lack of divergent thinking and creative thinking. And so the question is, maybe it's not who's to blame, but where can we start to build? And I wonder if you believe it's the content itself, a problem with creativity among the culture, or if it is the incentives that have created this sloppy, messy lack of divergent thinking, whether it's business models or law or policy. Like, where do we start?
I think it's both, both the infrastructure and the content. And now, because of the fact that everyone has access to create something, you're always going to see this slump. It's definitely going to be there. So I feel like an artist or a creator has a responsibility to create ethically or responsibly, depending on what you're trying to tell, the story. But not, because everybody has that access, you're definitely going to see that.
Which is positive, probably.
Yeah, both, because it's a tool, and a tool could be used either good or bad, just like every other tool. And today, it's a very advanced tool, unfortunately as well, depending on how you see it. So I think it's both, from my point of view. Yeah.
I know this is a debate format, so I might be a little bit of a contrarian here,
Love
if you'll
it.
forgive me.
Spicy.
we said we were going to. But no, I really love how the phrase AI slop has really taken its own momentum in culture. And I think there is this narrative, because what you're describing is a narrative around sort of what it is to engage with these tools. It's in its infancy, I agree. It's being used in strange political ways. It's being used in really maybe mind-deteriorating ways.
Yeah.
But I also, frankly, as I was sort of ruminating on this question, it's not really the world I see at the moment. I think I would disagree that we're in a space of a mass deterioration of imagination. I think so many people are maybe incorporating different sort of maybe post-digital approaches to meaning making, incorporating like cinematic techniques, sculpture, biomaterials, painting. Like, I think we sort of used this moment of maybe AI image generation saturation to see what else is possible and maybe engage in other cultural practices that are still thriving and aren't in this dialogue of kind of deterioration of digital imagery, you know? So I think it's out there. I think we might be caught up in our own little bubbles and we don't see it. But I think even if we stepped outside for a fraction of a second, which is what I'm able, and I'm very, very privileged to be able to do, I see this explosion of creative ideas and people working beyond and within, but mostly beyond sort of slop. Yeah, so I think I would sort of counter that a little bit.
Yeah, it's great to have that perspective as well. I mean, I think the question of how to be more creative could be answered for you by a platform with their new creator tool, or it could be outside of that environment, right? As you're saying, beyond. And I wonder how the average person might very easily, as with many things in platform culture, end up on a glide path towards something that feels maybe not as original as their capacity. And so the hope is for it to be an unlocking rather than a limiting of capacity there. Okay, so we have to talk about the copyright thing. Again, the question of ownership and access is one that is being litigated as we speak, right? By some major companies are taking these issues to court and trying to decide who owns and to whom creativity belongs. And there is a question of if your works, for example, were in a model that someone else used. We had this moment earlier the year where everyone was making Studio Ghibli content, much to the chagrin of the Studio Ghibli folks. What, I guess, guidance would you offer for working artists, or even those who want to make creative works, who are not professional artists, to think about how and where they allow others to build upon the work they have done? Is it a walled garden you build where things can only be accessed offline? Or is there opportunity, I suppose, in sharing and remixing?
From the Nigerian African perspective, because of the fact that we don't have a lot of data that represent our cultures, our heritage, I always advise creators to share, their work, regardless. Share your work that actually represents who you are, what story you're trying to tell, so that way you're not misrepresented. Because we're in that space where when we go beyond the colonial narrative, there was time before the colonial narrative. There were kingdoms, there was culture. But why do we always stop there when it comes to references? But I think now is the best time for us to correct that narrative. When it comes to who, where, what, it's not just about the major cultures. There are subcultures as well that are not even spoken about. I could go to a village in Nigeria where they speak 200 different languages, never documented, stuff like that. So everybody has to be part of that narrative. So we see it from a different perspective, rather than, guarding it, or rather than not sharing your work or being angry about your work being used the wrong way. We actually want to correct, the perception of how we're seen around the world, because that is still a problem. not just on the physical stage, on the digital stage as well. So, and it's hard, because now I'm currently training my own data set, my own large language models, but I can't go online to scrub data. I go to physical spaces to collect, archive, tag, and properly put this data in the right spaces that reflect the cultures as well. But I'm not just doing that. I'm also trying to create a system where this data is being used ethically, that if I use it for money or for anything that is commission-based, they get something from it as well. So it's ethically done. So I'm trying to correct all the problems that we're facing right now, but in the right way, but also by sharing the right types of data. So, yeah.
Yeah, for those, do you any
Yeah, I have thoughts on that.
Please.
I do think, again, foregrounding this idea and this practice of ethical data collection, training of our own models, I think is very much at the heart of my practice also. Being able to share that process of creative negotiation in performances also is something that cannot be so easily prompted. I think there are ways to just really sort of enhance the storytelling aspect, the meaning, the dialogue around the work as something that is a component to the artifact. I'm a process-based artist through and through, so I think that is a way to sort of avoid this thinking that all creative authorship is about an artifact that can be generated. That, I think, circumvents a little bit of this issue around, prompting images.
Yes. For those of you who may not be familiar, within the foundation at Mozilla, we have embarked upon a year-long process of heavy dialogue with the Hollywood film and TV industry very specifically, called Creative Futures, where we have really listened carefully to understand the fears and aspirations of practitioners in the film and TV sector. And it yielded sort of 8 rules for AI and creativity. Please look for the report. It'll be on our website. But a few of them I want to foreground here because they really resonate with what your lived experience and your practices are sharing with us. One of them really emphasized humanness and ensuring humanness remains a part of the creative process. Another emphasized embedding friction in the process because the friction is generative and it allows for discomfort in the short run, but deeper and richer outcomes in the long run. And then a third of the 8 rules was also about slowness and time. And it speaks a little bit to what you had said earlier about the infant era we are in when it comes to the uses of AI and LLMs in creative practices. But I'm just offering it to those assembled because I do think they offer at least an emergent template for thinking about introducing creativity into the use of AI models in a practical way. So that's just a plug for our 8 rules. The next thing I want to speak to you guys about is the idea of audiences, right? We do things in community here. We're doing things in community now. But a big part of digital culture and digital creativity for me has always been memeing and fanfic and remixing and blank blank. And this idea that an audience, you assembled here of course, but the broader audience actually complete the experience of art. It's about viewership as making the dialogue happen. And so I wonder if either of you have explored obviously, so when you have a performance practice, we're going to see a fashion show. But what are some other ways that the audience can help complete art or be invited into a process, much the way a technology could be invited in?
From my perspective, there's this narrative about an artist reflecting the times, but my perspective is very different. I like to change, perceptions. Invite you to an aspirational future. Trying to see yourself in a different space, almost like creating a world and like a film kind of thing. So my art, I have the audience in mind every time, but how can I change your perception with something? You come in, you see it, but you leave different. That's the backbone of mostly things that I do, and that's very intentional as well. With changing a lot of narratives about who we are, where we're from, what we really represent. So the audience is always in, and when that happens, the Elder series is a perfect example as well, because that happened, that changed a lot of, perceptions, narrative, conversations, and even inclusion. Many things happened in the past 3 years because of that project, and that was kind of deep in terms of how powerful storytelling could be, like all over the world, depending on where you are. You could touch someone, and that person could have a different narrative or change his perception based off of that story that you're telling. So I'm not just an artist just to create a world and just put it out there. I have the audience in mind as well, but how could you be affected from that world that's been created in a positive way? And even if you're not affected in a positive way, someone else will be if you share it, or something. And that could lead to interactive exhibitions that you could actually find yourself in that space as well. So yes, the audience always completes my work. Yeah.
And by the way, I'd love to let you respond in a moment, but there are 35 art installations here at the festival. I hope you've been able to engage with many of them. But I have seen there quite a few games, which is an area of creativity that isn't classically sitting between tech art, but the games have been a wonderful way to actually participate in the choose your own adventure experience of the art that's here. So I hope you'll get the chance to play some of them.
I think when I first started drawing, because drawing is a very solitary activity. It's not like filmmaking. It's really, you draw anywhere. I think that's what I like about it. In your own little alcove. And I think over the years, as I've been a practitioner and just lived within this practice and this dialogue, I feel like all art, and maybe we're moving more towards this idea of art as fundamentally participatory. It's sort of like an anchor for community at its finest. I'm not so much of a gamer, actually, so I can't really speak about those types of gaming logics, though I do like this community participation model in art. But I think going to shows, the music shows, art shows, like fanboying it, writing about it, I think that's actually what we want. In art, we don't want ownership, we want to be a part of something, and I think that's the charge, and I think both of our works have kind of centered a community in different ways, and I think this return to art as a mechanism for participatory culture, divergent ones in particular, is really, really valuable, and I think that's what we're moving more towards. At least that's what I'd like us to move more towards.
Yeah, I think that's great. I was listening to someone, I can't remember, it was about the intermission between acts at a theater performance sometimes is the most textured part of it, because it's when you have a break, there's a moment of community, you get your soda, you talk to the person you came with, and then you kind of re-enter the art. And so it's actually like a built-in construct that allows for that participatory culture. So that's very well said, and super appreciated. As we wrap, I'm curious generally to understand from you guys, like as practicing artists, how do you fill up so that you can create? Like, it is not something where you can be giving and expressing all the time. That is my assumption. Would you talk to us a little bit about your practice of inspiration and the balance you strike between ideas and action?
I mean, we were having this conversation just before we came on stage, and I'm like, when you're building, just like you said, and when you're pioneering something, it's hard to just stop. It's hard to just take a break, because even when you take a break, you're still thinking about what you're building, what you're doing. So some days I just shut off. I just like unplug. My phones, my laptops. Not the full day. At night, I'm still opening my laptop to check something. I'm a film buff. I watch films, series. You could think about anything. I'm always consuming something that is challenging my mindset or something, but that is how but any other thing about, in terms of activities and that, in the past few years, I don't think I've had time, because I feel like there are a lot of things. I wear many hats. There are many things that...
The hat's great.
And it feels like I don't want to say I'm wasting time, but it feels like I don't have a lot of time. I need more than 24 hours to do something. So that's a hard question to answer, but I'm trying to unlearn. So yeah,
Hey.
I'll put it that way.
Great. Well, you're incredibly prolific.
Okay. That resonates with me a lot, actually. There's a lot of like other hobbies that I'd love to have. But that being said, I think I would be remiss to, speak about optimism and the creative spaces that we're in, and sort of this idea of art as anchoring community without shouting out some people. So I think these are some works that I've seen that I think it's just been really resonant with what we're talking about as far as thinking about art as anchoring community. Danielle Shirley's work at Serpentine right now is a literal immersive game exploring trans Black identity in the UK. You sort of all create this single organism based on decision making. I don't know if you've seen her work, but it's really incredible. Jake Elwes is really doing beautiful work around queer representation. Alita's son's comment section on IG is phenomenal, and her work is in Joanna Zielinska, feminist AI theory. There's so much really in work that I think really invigorates me these days, and I could talk about it all day, but I think we're on time soon.
Yeah. Well, Danielle Shirley, Jake Ellis, Anita's son, and the last one I'm forgotten.
It's Joanna Zielinska.
Yeah. Thank you for that offering to us. It's wonderful to know, again, that this is possible, not only possible, happening. And I think really understanding that there are different pathways aided by and beyond technology to continue divergent creative thinking, production in the face of difficulty, in the face of challenging times. So you guys are both an incredible inspiration, and I'm so grateful that you're here to talk with us about your practice. Creativity is at the heart of what we hope to do and to inspire with you guys. So thank you for being with us to unlearn some of our prior beliefs about this. Thank you again to both of our panelists. Thank you to you. And please stick around because we are going to have a fashion show shortly. I'm going to leave Malik to introduce it. And thanks again so much for coming to our discussion. Cheers. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you.
Good luck.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, good evening, everybody. What you're about to experience is a celebration of culture, a celebration of age, a celebration of life. You know, when we talk about age, when we talk about, there's this stereotype about if you're getting old, you're going to the old people's home, or you're just trying to retire, you're not into fashion or pop culture. But we're trying to change that stereotype, and this is a project that is very close to my heart. I started off as me dealing with grief from the loss of my mother and trying to, connect with that society. And today, I would show you, what the Elder Series is. The Elder Series is where we celebrate the people that came before us, wisdom, culture, and tradition. And tonight is the cultural exchange. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Elder Series. Thank you.
One time from a woman, cause she hold me down for real. Two time from a woman, cause she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. All you ready. You know that I'm in it when I tell you that I love you. You and me, we'll be winning, and you know I always got you. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Oh yeah, baby, come make her a body all night long. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, oh yeah, ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. I don't deserve your loving. I think of myself for you, baby. Girl, for your lips I am wanting. I think of myself for you, baby. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, oh yeah, ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma all you ready.
Paola. Paola, ¿detrás tuyo, Paola? Porque yo soy el nuevo Malik.
One time from a woman, cause she hold me down for real. Two time from a woman, but she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, oh yeah, ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma all you ready. You know that I'm in it when I tell you that I love you. You and me, we've been winning, and you know I always got you. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Oh yeah, baby, come make her a body all night long. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, oh yeah, ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. I don't deserve your loving. baby boo. Girl, for your lips I am wanting. I forgive myself for you, baby boo. One time from a woman, cause she hold me down for real. Hold me down for real. 2 times from a woman, cause she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go for something. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. Baby, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. Baby girl, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma all you ready. You know that I'm in it when I tell you that I love you. Tell you that I love you. You and me, we've been winning, and you know I always got you. Always got you. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Oh yeah, baby, come make a rock body all night long. Go for something. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. Baby, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma get all you ready. I don't deserve your loving. I think in myself for you, baby boo. Girl, for your lips I am wanting. I forgive myself for you, baby boo. One time from a woman, cause she hold me down for real. Hold me down for real. 2 times from a woman, cause she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go tell you that I love you. Tell you that I love you. You and me, we've been winning, and you know I always got you. Always got you. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Oh yeah, baby, come make a rock body all night long. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something, baby. Oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. I don't deserve your loving. I think in myself for you, baby boo. Girl, for your lips I am wanting. I think in myself for you, baby boo. One time from a woman, cause she hold me down for real. Hold me down for real. 2 times from a woman, cause she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something, baby. Oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something, baby girl. Oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma oh yeah ready. You know that I'm in it when I tell you that I love you. Tell you that I love you. You and me, we've been winning, and you know I always got you. Always got you. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Oh yeah, baby, come make a rock body all night long. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something, baby. Oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. Oh yeah. Go for something. I'ma get oh yeah ready. I don't deserve your loving. I think in myself for you, baby boo. Girl, for your lips I am wanting. I think in myself for you, baby boo. Baby, One time from a woman, 'cause she hold me down for real. Hold me down for real. Two time from a woman, 'cause she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go for suck. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for suck. Baby, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for suck. Baby girl, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for suck. I'ma all you ready. You know that I'm in it when I tell you that I love you. Tell you that I love you. You and me, we've been winning, and you know I always got you. Always got you. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Oh yeah, baby, come make a rock body all night long. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. Baby, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for sucking. I'ma get all you ready. I don't deserve your loving. I think in myself for you, baby boo. Girl, for your lips I am wanting. I think in myself for you, baby boo. One time from a woman, 'cause she hold me down for real. Hold me down for real. Two time from a woman, 'cause she give me love to enjoy your love. You give me love and affection. You know you got my attention. Come a little closer for a minute. Make we rock body all night long. Go for suck. I'ma get all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for suck. Baby, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for suck. Baby girl, all you ready. Oh yeah. Go for suck. I'ma all you ready. You know that I'm in it when I tell you that I love you. You and me, we've been winning, and you know I always got you.
I want to say thank you to the entire team. Can the entire team come on stage, please? I want to start by thanking the team, the Mozilla team. Can the entire team come? Zaina, wherever you are, you know, wonderful soul. Zaina and the team, I mean, amazing human being. Amanda, Lucy, I will call all your names, but it's a long list. The Mozilla team, thank you so much. My team, SA, let me judge my wife, and the rest of my team. Remy, where are you? Like, amazing people that came from far and wide. Waridi, Eunice, thank you so much. To Mirrored, that provided the models to us, thank you so much as well. To our wonderful elders as well, thank you guys. So you guys rock. You guys are the star of the show, you know. And to the audience, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. This is the Elder Series, and we hope to see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Malik. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Malik. Thank you, Sougwen and Dio. Thank you to all of our models one more time. Can we give it up? All of our speakers. We are going to keep this energy going tomorrow all day, right? Can I hear it? That is a wrap for our first day of Mozilla Festival. This is what you can expect all weekend long. We will see you bright and early in the morning. Have a good night. Don't have too much fun, but have a lot of fun. See you in the morning.